Hi! So I have about 5 minutes here before I go on a Skype call. That's why I have the headset on. So I figured I would pick it up and just share oodles of love with all of you. Um, I just wanted to kind of mention that sometimes when we welcome a lot of light into our mind, into our experience, into, seeing it in another brother, it frightens our ego. That part of us that we first identified with. And what can happen is it starts to project all of its fears onto that other person or that experience that seemed to bring forward a lot of light. The ego will start to hate on themselves for not being where they should be, which there is no should be, right? That's just lies that our ego tells us to make us feel like crap. I think what I wanted to just mention was how ego's purpose is guilt in making us feel separate. Okay, so if we're listening to YouTube videos and we're on the process of awakening and enlightenment and wanting to know who we are and find peace and love, then we must know that there's also this mind within us that has a separate purpose, and its purpose is to be separate and is to make us feel as guilty and as shitty and as not good enough as it possibly can. So it will do anything it can to keep us away from the light, because the light is our truth, and it's the death to the ego, because the ego is the darkness. But because this ego has been our means of experiencing this world in form for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, there hasn't been many people on the face of the planet, except for maybe Christ and Buddha, who've been able to understand, that it completely is, letting go of the ego consciousness and embracing the Christ consciousness, which unites us all, and that is found deep within the self. But that it doesn't have to take a lot of time or a lot of practice in meditation or a lot of, being spiritual or anything like that, but merely what it is a recognition of the true self and who we really are in eternity. And this is happening a lot faster now and a lot quicker now because time is speeding up here, so now that we're embracing this 2012, people are starting to ask a lot of questions and seek a lot of answers and wanting to know, how they can be a part of this global mass awakening, right? And so really all they have to do is go within the self and accept love for them, accept truth for them, and accept who they are from the loving voice within them, like I have and so many other have now, right? And so when this is our goal, awakening in love and peace for all, that we can't not get there. But we also must know that this peace and this love and this awakening must be for all, and not just for the I self. Like, how can I make myself better? How can I make more money? How can I do better in this world? How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I, we're shedding the I, because the I is the ego, it's the darkness. It will always keep us in the up and down roller coaster of life, right? So we're learning to surrender that and embrace the we instead. So I think I just wanted to share that, ego really will make us feel guilty. It will make me look like the devil. It'll make others who are sharing the light look like the devil, and that we don't know what we're talking about and say all this stuff. But that's just our thinking mind that has a conglomeration of thoughts, and it feeds off of feeling that we give it power, and it tries to gain our power by making us obsessed about certain things, whether it be obsessed about weight, obsessed about not having enough money, obsessed about our children and where they're going and what they're doing, obsessed about having a new relationship, a new boyfriend, obsessed about having the perfect home, the perfect car, the perfect picture image of what life is supposed to be. This is ego, and if ego is focused on any of these things, it's not true. It's not reality. It's not who we really are. And so we must not seek those things. What we must seek is the truth within the self first. I say this a lot of times, but Jesus always says, seek first thy kingdom within the self. It's here. It's not out there. So if we're looking to find all those things that our ego mind will easily make us obsess over, then we're putting our focus not where it's supposed to be. And you better believe that the time is shifting, and this world and God needs us to do our part and be vessels of communication. But until we've let go of everything that we are not, including those attachments to worldly things, the body, the cars, the money, the houses, the this, the that, even though the ego will tell you, oh, well, you're in this world. Well, you have to live in this world. Well, you have to money to get along in this world. And you have to have money to get the things and pay for this and take care of the kids and do this and do that. Ego will do that. Ego will take you on that run and tell you that is all true. And in essence it is. But what is even more true is who we are. And when we align with the universal power that we are, then the abundance is ours because we're in alignment with it. So it's no more seeking for it because we don't have it, but knowing that we have it and it comes. It's a reversal. We're not out there seeking the money or getting the money or trying to make the money in all these different ways, but instead we are it. We are the abundance, and it comes to me in more ways than just the perfect little paper of nothingness, okay? And so basically, I just wanted to share that, we need to put steadfast focus where it belongs, and that's within the mind, focusing on the heart, listening to that voice for love within us, and being determined to release all blocks. So if we're having these attachments to money, question them. Where are they coming from? Why is this your first priority? Okay? Why? I had to let all that go. I let all my jobs go. And you better believe that I have money that I need in this world. You better believe that I have the exact amount of money that I need in this world, and it keeps on flowing. And I have been given the ways in which it's coming from now onward also. And there's no doubt, because it comes from the voice for love in my mind. And the voice for love joins us with our Creator and each other. And it's those powerful, riveting experiences that you cannot deny. You've had them. I know you've had them. When you just feel this expansiveness and this conviction and the surety of whatever it is that came forward, right? And it happens within all of us. And that's where our answers come, and that's where our knowledge comes from. So turn it in, people, and be willing not to let our own thinking mind stand in our way of all these fears of what we think we must have or should do or should have or need to have or could have or might have or, what if we don't have? The only thing we need to have is the remembrance of who we are as children of God and the power that we share together. And if we keep looking out there for the things that have to do with this world, then we're denying our infinite power, okay? So we need to bring the infinite and the unlimited and the eternal into this world through us, but first we must embrace that first. So this is the message in which I'm being instructed to share. Firstly, I've experienced it first, and I know the magnitude that comes from it, and I just simply want all of you to experience the miraculousness and the absolute perfect joy that can be stable and continual and always in our lives when we choose to remember the truth instead of thinking we know it, when we choose to go within and banish all illusions and all self-doubts and all thoughts of what we need in this world, and instead open to accept what it is that we truly, truly, truly want instead. So that gift I give to you today. What is it that I truly, truly, truly want? Open, ask, and receive. Bless you all. I know we all can do this together. Love you. Bye.